The North Melbourne Football Club realised a number of years ago, which was about the same time that I came on board along with Brad Scott, that the holistic development of our playing group was incredibly important, not only for the players as individuals, but also for the success and culture of the football club. So as a result of that, we engaged John Burgess and Kwan via Trevor O'Hoy, who's a board member at North Melbourne and was also a board member at Kwan. And Trevor very quickly identified to me and recognised the importance of this aspect of individuals' development, and felt that John Burgess could be of great assistance to our players. And since the first time that I met John almost 3 years ago, the level of enthusiasm, the level of engagement and the quality of content that he's been able to provide to our players and also to a number of our staff as well has been first class. And it's not something that is immediately noticeable, but certainly over a period of time, as our young men have matured and their levels of awareness have grown, they've been able to really grasp the concepts that John's been passing on to the point now where they're really strong advocates of the Kwan model and the value that can be not only taken personally, but also the value that can be given to others through simply investing time in others. John's been able to deliver not only content, and that content's been delivered here in Melbourne itself, but also John travelled with us to Park City, Utah for our pre-season training camp and spent a fair chunk of time with our players, 24 hours a day. So there was the formal aspect to it in terms of the different sessions that he ran, but also the informal mentoring, if you like, of our playing group in Utah, which we found incredibly valuable. So the content's been one part of it, and that's been run on a sessional basis, primarily with our first to fourth year players. But as you would expect with John in the area that he works in, he's incredibly well connected and has a great group of people surrounding him. And he's been able to engage those people and connect them into our organisation as well, which has been terrific for us as an organisation, but also obviously terrific for our players from a mentoring point of view and in terms of their own awareness of the value of connecting with people outside of their own circle. And again, when I talk about their own circle, not only their playing group and their athletic circle in terms of the athletes that are around them, but also what other options and what other connections are out there outside of the football club that can provide support, mentoring, leadership, benefit, whatever it might be to them personally, but also professionally as well once their time in football is finished. If I was going to summarise the influence and the impact that John and Kwan has had on the North Melbourne Football Club, it would be in the simplicity of the model. What John talks about, we all talk about from every day, every week, and we all think we know it pretty well, I think. But the model that John presents is really simplistic in its implementation, but it's incredibly powerful at the same time. And I think that's the beauty of it, and particularly when you're dealing with anyone, but particularly footballers and athletes, and that's a real challenge of coaching. If you can break down something that's really quite complex into something that's really simple and easy to understand, and then people and players can go out and deliver on that and reap the benefits of it, then that's an incredibly powerful coaching tool, but it's an incredibly powerful outcome for the player as well. And from our point of view, that's been the beauty of John Burgess and Kwan.